And here we go. Time for part 1 of 2 for the first episode for SmackDown. As for the first matchup here, it'll just be just a random tag team match to see which team could just climb up the rankings quicker, I guess you could say. So you got a team of Mark Henry and the Great Khali versus the team thrown back all the way up to those TNA days, Bobby Roode and James Storm, or at least at that time Robert Roode, so let's just stick with Robert Roode. And so, unlike Raw and unlike ECW, of how Raw already had their Intercontinental Champion in Apollo Crews, as they already had their champions, or at least the Intercontinental Champion crowned, and soon to be the Raw Champion crowned. By Raw Champion, WWE Champion. And unlike ECW, which already had their Hardcore Tag Team Champions crowned in Abyss and Matt Morgan, which is another TNA Tag Team, and about to finish up the tournament to see who will become your vacant ECW title champion. Unlike all of those, with just finishing and quickly making champions in the house shows, at least in the non-pay-per-view bouts and shows, SmackDown, which has the clearly more talented and better roster, with names such as, Austin Aries, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Samoa Joe, Kota Ibushi, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, the Young Bucks, and many more. Sure, Raw may have legends like Undertaker and Kane, or greater wrestlers like AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and ECW may have some great extreme wrestlers and also some greatly high talented ones like Finn Balor, but SmackDown still has the overall greater talented and better off match performing wrestlers. And also, unlike Raw and ECW, SmackDown here would crown all their champions via momentum matches and also qualifying matches. And instead of having title matches on an episode of a regular episode of SmackDown, it would be on their pay-per-views, unlike Raw and ECW, which are just going to wait for random stuff to happen, and as it happens, they crown champions. SmackDown, they already have a plan. We don't know about Raw or ECW, but we do know about this tag team match currently here. As you see, Robert Roode suplexes Mark Henry on the top rope. The strength must have taken him to just throw a big man like Mark Henry out. Nails the frog splash on the outside. James Storm apparently does not want to be tagged in. Robert Roode is asking for a tag. Gotta keep the freshman alive, and Mark Henry's gonna double X handle down James Storm. Storm's still not gonna ask for a tag, and as you see right there, strength of Robert Roode is being demonstrated again. He is lifting up a humongous man in Mark Henry, and that alone is impressive. And nails down the brainbuster as well. Great Khali has not yet been tagged into this match either, which to be fair is kind of surprising. Now here comes Bobby Roode, or I should say Robert Roode nails the frog splash off the top rope. James Storm still does not want to be tagged in because the CPU is idiotic. And now DDT by Robert Roode. Now Mark Henry, his resiliency, he's going to quickly try to get back up. Now, double Alexander straight to the chest of Robert Roode. Robert Roode probably is not going to be breathing after that. He's going to feel the effects of that in the morning. Nice close, nice to the back slash, back and neck, back and head of Mark Henry. And now he has him. And able to nail him down. Fishman suplex throws him down. 1, 2. Is that going to be it? And yes, it is. Robert Roode and James Storm, they have won the matchup against Mark Henry and Great Khali. That's more like a one-on-one match between Robert Roode and Mark Henry with a huge upset. But hey, whatever. Time for your second matchup, which will be between Kota Ibushi and Seth Rollins, as you guys see here right now. Now, this is one of the reasons why SmackDown has the better roster and probably the better everything. Sure, they don't have the title, but they do have the World title. And they do have the better wrestlers like Rollins, like Ibushi, like etc. that we're going to see later on today. Or I should say, tonight. So now Seth Rollins here. He can use some of his sneaky tactics, get a quick win against Kota Ibushi. So now that would be smart. And as you see here, unlike Raw, which has the heel commentary, unlike ECW, which just likes the heels and faces, I guess you could say, or just likes to just kiss up to the faces. SmackDown will be based upon wrestling ability. Raw, not upon heels. ECW, not upon just faces. SmackDown, your commentary for SmackDown would be upon both faces and heels. It will be upon wrestling ability and wrestling ability alone. Let's see right there, Kota Ibushi counters the front dropkick off top rope by Rollins. Drills him down onto the mat with a burning hammer. Rollins gonna shove him out and off the ropes. Beautiful front dropkick. Ibushi gonna quickly get back up and brainbuster. Rollins gonna try to pull out all stops here before he could probably use sneaking tactics probably. And nice crossbody to Kota Ibushi. And I was gonna throw Ibushi out, lands on the side of our announce table. That must have hurt his back. Oh no. And now here we go. Let's see Rollins bring the chair into the ring. He probably has some better instincts than that. Now I said we weren't gonna be supporting faces and heels. It's gonna be supported by wrestling ability. So we will just not be biased of the wrestler or wrestlers. But let's say, because this will get Rollins disqualified here, but I just don't think Rollins cares at this point. But now I see Kota Ibushi gonna daze down Rollins. Which having second thoughts about going off top rope. Kick straight to the back of Rollins. Now here comes Rollins, has him double underhook suplex. Nails down Kota Ibushi, and now Ibushi is reeling. And Rollins has the upper advantage, seated powerbomb. Ibushi gonna immediately get back up, and another seated powerbomb. Ibushi getting back up again. Now here comes Kota Ibushi, nails the drop kick. Right into Seth Rollins, and another one. Rollins gonna quickly back up, get back up again. Irish whip into a third drop kick. Beautiful sequence by Kota Ibushi. Spinning heel kick to the back of the head of Rollins. This is what we mean by have better wrestling ability. Reverse Hurricane Rana. What's Bush thinking next? Has him up, seated powerbomb. A taste of Rollins' own medicine, I guess you could say. 450 splash, beautifully done. Has him in the full Nelson suplex as well. Kota Ibushi and another 450 splash. He's pulling out all stops. Not stopping for anything or anyone. Missed the spin heel kick though. That's gonna be costly for him, I guess you could say. Now Rollins, nope, gonna fail the Irish whip. Ibushi gonna fail that moonsault, kind of. And now Rollins could have the upper advantage here. And snapmare. Using the ropes for leverage as well. That's a smart move by Rollins, gotta admit that. And Ibushi drop kicks him off. Jumps off top. Both men miss each other wildly. Both men quickly get back up though. No sell at all, but not the case. Ibushi drop kick. Straight to Kenny Omega, has him in the Hurricane Rana. I was about to say suplex, but no. Has him. Slams Rollins down, and now Kota Ibushi. He's pulling out all great tons of wrestling ability here against Rollins. Then again, so is Rollins. This is going to be a back and forth neck and neck matchup. Bridget suplex by Kota Ibushi. And both men miss Wally. Ibushi lands right on top of steel steps. Steel steps are now broken. And I think Ibushi, he is definitely hurt. He's going to get back up though. Has him snap suplex to Rollins. Rollins, the back of his neck, back, and head. Completely smashed into his broken steel steps. I think he probably got worse than Ibushi now I think about it. But now Kota Ibushi into a sharpshooter. Rollins going to counter Hurricane Rana. And he's going to quickly run into that ring. Ibushi's a little bit hurt and dazed off the Hurricane Rana countered by Rollins. Oh no. And Rollins has the chair. No. Don't do it. Don't do it, Rollins. No. No. Oh, come on. Kota Ibushi wins by squat kick. And a seated powerbomb just sealed the deal. And now a super kick to seal off that sealed deal. What a, I guess you could say, what a disappointing way to end off a great tight contest and a great matchup between both Rollins and Ibushi. But Rollins just gonna use his heel tactics. Makes Ibushi win. I don't think Rollins wanted any more of Kota Ibushi. But either way, nonetheless, that was a great match for a short time we had it for. Now, here we go. Your third match. Curtis Axel versus Austin Aries. I guess you could say this is just a match to see who could go up inside the power rankings as well, seeing like the first match was. Of course, where once the match will go up in the power rankings, see if they could get closer to a title opportunity, either if it's the United States or, you know, the World Title. Definitely not a tag team tower. Could be a tag team tower there in the fun tag team tournament, but that's not the case. Got the greatest man that ever lived, Austin Aries, versus the son of Mr. Perfect, Curse Axel. Can he pull off a perfect matchup against Austin Aries? We shall see in spin forearm, or spin punch, or the discus forearm. Different ways to say it. Now here comes Austin Aries. Irish whip to Curse Axel. Nails the discus forearm again. Has him a body slam, and Aries taking complete control of this matchup. Like I said, SmackDown has a better wrestling ability. Let's see what their Austin Aries non-stop moves here. Has him 450 splash on Curse Axel. Run off adrenaline very quickly for Axel. Probably run off adrenaline faster is Austin Aries using all these moves. DDT though. He doesn't seem like he's getting tired though, and does the Shawn Michaels style kick up. Discus forearm to the back of the head. That was brutal. Trying to do it again, but no, Curse Axel just falls over off. Guess could say he's dazed, and multiple more discus forearm spin punches. Spinning forearms, whatever you want to call it. Discus forearm again. Austin Aries not going to stop. Drop kick. And try to do an Irish whip. Axel just going to slip. And Aries is going to end this. Yep. Got him. Brainbuster. So many discus forearm shots straight to the head. But that brainbuster has to steal the deal. 1, 2, and 3. And ladies and gentlemen, that will end off part 1 of 2 for episode 1 of SmackDown. Only way you could explain that matchup right there. And that was a squash match. I guess you could say Aries gains the momentum faster than what Axel will later on in the future. Anyway, tune in for part 2 of episode 1.